Yo, Hunter. No Style Dutch, hello, welcome. Can we hear me okay? Casper, welcome. Sabian, welcome as well. Indeed, Mitch, audio check. Can folk hear me okay? Is the music okay? Loud and clear, says Sarah, thank you. Alright then, folk. Zachary, welcome. Let's flip over and start playing, shall we? Weeks ago, 2nd and 9th Bravo Squad, under the command of 2nd Lieutenant S. Gorman, attached to the USS Sulaco, set course. Oh, okay, it's going up to the other screen. I thought it was going too fast then. Set course for the small moon LV-426, also known as Acheron. They were deployed in a reconnaissance capacity to re-establish contact with the colony at Have This Hope, population 158. It is unknown what transpired on the ground as the last transmission from the ships. Oh no, it is going too fast for me. The Sulaco never made it to Gateway. A search for the ship was underway, and it wasn't long before it was located adrift. Oh, okay, that went too fast for me. The next bits aren't too fast. Hello, Fireteam Fox. Sorry for the short notice on this deployment. I'm just getting up to speed myself. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Steele. I'll be your CO and directly overseeing task force operations. Colonel Stainless Steel, I can't believe it. That guy's a legend. Quit sucking up and start shutting up. This is solely a Charlie Squad operation. Fireteam Delta is securing the command center. Fireteam Echo is retrieving the flight records. And you Fox boys are searching for our missing life form. Corporal Cameron, would you like to brief your team? Yes sir, okay, listen up Fox 6. Our mission is to board the USS Sulaco, locate and identify the life form, then secure and extract them back to the USS Sephora. Any questions? Are we to expect any resistance? Only from you, Whistler, you big wuss. Hey, go easy on the kid, Johnston. We're all newbies once. Ain't never been as green as skinny here. Well, we're all marine green now, so what's it matter? To answer your question, Private, we don't know. We have been getting strange readings from inside the ship, but what they mean, we aren't exactly sure. We assume the life form we're tracking is a marine or one of the advisors sent to LV-426, but it could be anyone. So, stay frosty, people. Everybody comes back alive. Man, I hope it ain't friendly. I hate to think I'm lugging all this ammo for nothing. Watch your fire in there, home wrecker. Are we clear? Crystal Corporal. Wow, Johnston, that's the most agreeable I think I've ever seen you. You should be around when we're dishing dirt on you, Bear. Fall in, people. Okay, who's on point? So this is where I get to pick who's dialogue I'm hearing. So that was a well, reading, sorry, should I say? Because that was one of the things about this game was it all changed up here depending on which character you went with. I'm gonna go with Paulson, I think. Ooh-ah. Listen up, team. I'll be taking point at least until we figure out what's going on around here. Okay, Colonel, where do we start? The first thing we need to accomplish is syncing up our map data so I can effectively track your fire team. There should be a map data terminal access point close by. Report in when you found it. Wilco Command, Fox 6 is Oscar Mike. Right, so now that's all out of the way. Welcome Alren, welcome Hunter, welcome Xeno Saurian. Welcome, Richard Roberts. And Mitch says, love the art style for this game. Yeah, me too. I still remember the first time I played this and just how surprised I was that it was so good. It looked so good and it played so good. Command, the hangar door is locked. Please advise. The ship appears to be in lockdown. These doors are armor plated. You'll have a hard time forcing your way through. Let me see what I can do. Okay, that should do it. I was able to interface with the hangar remotely. If you locate the map data terminal, I can take the rest of the ship out of lockdown as well. Roger that, 6-1 out. The Crawling Chaos, this was on Nintendo DS. Aloran says there's an 8-bit Terminator 2 game coming out soon. Wish they could make more for 80s action movies like Predator and Alien. Yeah, I'm hoping it does well, because I would really love to see more games like this. So this, I think, is our first save room. Yeah. Command, I've reached a computer room. Can I access the data here? Negative, it looks like you found a communication station. Access the comms terminals in these rooms to save a record of your progress and set up a checkpoint with your fire team. You can switch your point man here by tapping another Marine's monitor. You can rearm and tend to your injuries here as well. Make good use of these rooms. Wilco Colonel, I'll make it a habit. So yeah, the idea is that you find more survivors as the game goes on. You find more survivors as the game goes on, and you can come and swap into them here. What we got in the comments, sorry. No Star Dutch says, it reminds me a bit of Stargate Infinity. Even though I never got to watch any episode. Oh boy, you are in for a treat. You should go watch that. That was fun. The Crawling Chaos says, would be fun to do a Predator remake. The old game was not exactly great, but I had it on my Commodore 64 when I was a kid. Showing some age there, Chaos. Richard Roberts says, just want to thank AVP Galaxy for taking our minds off of how awful the world seems lately. Yeah, man, that's very much my intent or aim with the thing. It's supposed to be an escapism for me. It's supposed to be escapism for you and all the staff as well. Angel Jamie says, I hope they port this to the Switch or something. It's very old at this point. Oh no. It's been a while since I played this through. I played it through... Command, I've located an access keycard with level 1 clearance. Level 1, that's not going to get you very far, but it's a good start. Look around and see what you can access. I played it through a good few times in the years when it came out, and maybe about 10 years ago as well. Jesus Christ. Mitch says, we older models still hold up. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you guys. Yeah, no Star Dutch, you need to jump back on it. On Stargate, that is. Aloran says, I can't get past the space jockey. You mean in this game? Oops. Did not mean to do that. Not that we're spoiling anything related to the space jockey, of course. Huh? What's going on? I'm not sure, Fox 6, but I can't help you until you have that map data. Find that terminal. I'm trying to find a terminal. It's one of the things I really... Great, now what? What's going on, Marine? I'm trapped in the CO's stateroom. Look around, maybe there's a key or something. Commander, I just found some M235 offensive grenades. Maybe I can blow the door open. Negative 6-1. Those doors are too strong, but maybe you can find another way out. What do you see? There's a reinforced access hatch on the wall. A grenade should make short work of one of those hatches. Okay. Oh. There we go. It works, sir. The hatch has been destroyed. I can see into the shaft now. But where does it lead? To a maze of wires and pipes. Mech and techs use them for ship's maintenance. Follow the shafts long enough and you're bound to find an exit. Copy that, sir. I'm going in. Good luck, Fox 6. Remember that you can blow off those hatches pretty easy with explosives. Use that to your advantage. Just be cautious when using explosives in a confined area or the blast may hurt you. Okay. Zachary Rice says the music is so good. Damn right. I genuinely think this game is a bit of a missed treasure. Because the first good chunk of this game is very atmospheric. Sorry, I'm just being attacked by a cat here myself. No Style Dutch says earlier this week people at work found out what the holiday bonuses will be this year and we're not happy, but I enjoyed going to people and saying we need to talk about the bonus situation. Command, this is Fox 6. I found a dead UPP soldier in the shafts. Cause of death unknown. So the UPP are behind this. Stay frosty, Fox 6. The UPPs are known for using combat androids. They won't appear on my scanners, so just be careful. So this, back in 2011, whenever this game came out, I can't remember. This was the first appearance outside of Gibson's script of the UPP. And I absolutely nerded my little head off about it back then because I was just so impressed. Oops, that is not jump, that is jump. Because it was, you know, I loved the scripts and everything, but having one of those elements actually pulled into a game was friggin' awesome. So I remember that, with that being something that really, really pleased me about the game. Alarin says, are you serious? In regards to which bit, sorry? Oh, no. If you mean No Star Dutch saying Colony War is my favourite, then it is taking the P. Absolute disgrace. I loathe that book so very much, with a passion. Angel Jamie says, anyway, another horror story about the United States Postal Service. My copies of Colony War and Seventh Circle came in well enough, but Infernus 4 landed in my state, passed by my area into the state above me, and has been in transit since September. That absolutely sucks. And I'm sorry about that. Postal services just seem awful. Okay. What did I miss in here then? The access shaft. Okay. There we go. Like even getting we'll see the point eventually, but you know, getting to explore the Sulaco in this was another one of those massive, awesome moments, because you literally end up with a big map of the ship. Caustic Viper says, let's get a bit of the map data. There we go. I need to read up on it. The AVP sequel to Phalanx. Phalanx was a good read. I enjoyed the short story in Ultimate Prey. Commander, I've reached the data transmission control room and have uploaded map data to my PCS. How copy over? Good job, Marine. We're synchronizing the map data with the mainframe right now. There, you should be able to access the Sulaco's schematics now by touching the map icon on the touchscreen. Uh-oh, I might be trapped in here. Don't worry, Private. Now that we are synced, we can remotely take the Sulaco out of lockdown. There, the doors should be open now. Thank you, sir. 6-1 proceeding. Before you go, I want you to mark your position using one of your flares, sir. The flares transmit a GPS signal that we can monitor and upload to your PCS. You can use them to mark locations and easily navigate back to them via your PCS map. So deploy a flare now so I can initialize the tracking. Okay. You'll notice that the flare now appears on the map. Mark areas of interest to help you find your way back. Quickly, now head out, Marine. Yes, sir. 6-1 out. So that's locked. I think we find. I think we find a welder later. Mitch says, I'd dig a new sprite-based game for Alien. They seem to be having a resurgence in the indie space. Yeah, exactly, man. It's like I was saying earlier with the Terminator thing. You know, it'd be helpful if I could remember my controls, wouldn't it? Yeah, I hope to see the Terminator No Fate do well, because I would love to see some new Alien stuff like that. Oops. Alaran says, are you excited about the penultimate episode of Alien Earth? I don't know if I'd say excited. You know, because I've just been so entertained and frustrated in equal measures by the show. I'm looking forward to it, but I wouldn't say I'm excited about it. No Stardust says, I still have to watch 5 and 6. The reviews haven't given me a sense of urgency. No, I know where you're coming from, but we live in an age of spoilers. Oops. So, you know, I wake up every morning at 6 AM and go and watch him. Just so I don't get spoiled throughout the day. No, I don't think this isn't the right way, is it? There we go. Angel Jamie says, Caustic Viper, I like that. Oh. Caustic Viper, I liked that one. Both Phalanx and the short AVP sequel. Yeah, Phalanx is just such a good book. I really, really like what Scott Siegler did with it. It made the whole premise work, and I genuinely didn't really think it was going to. But somehow he made it. He made it work. My favourite from the AVP book was actually, oh, what's his name? David something. He did Colony War, which was a part of the reason why I hated Colony War so much, because of how disappointed I was. Because I just enjoyed his short that much. Okay, what am I missing here? Gusty Viper says, I personally think keeping Alien Earth a separate continuity of the films is the best choice of the show so far. Oh, absolutely. I kind of wish they'd have been a bit more upfront about it earlier. But just being like, yeah, it's its own thing, it only cares about Alien, kind of makes it a lot easier to digest. A lot of Earth. At least in terms of continuity thing. Yauchalor says, just passing by to say hi to everybody playing Dark Descent now. I'm glad you made it by the mines, Law. Yep, too far. There we go. Uh-oh. I love me some hive artwork. You might not have a problem with it, Xenosaurian, but it just does not work. And it pissed off a lot of people, and I get it. But now I'm just like, yeah, it's its own thing, it's fine. Commander, you getting this? Affirmative, Private. More of that resiny substance, it's everywhere. Don't touch anything, Marine. What is going on here? I'm not sure. I've sent images from your camera to S2 for analysis. When I know, you'll know, but until then, just stay on mission, Private. So if I remember rightly, when you lose a Marine in this, you can go and save them. Which reminds me, I probably should leave a flare here. Because they get hived up in it. That was something that Thanatos Encounter did as well, the Game Boy Color game. And it was just such a small little thing. But I thought it did wonders for the game. Richard Roberts says, guy who came to fix my Wi-Fi had a Predator rescue team, not assassins t-shirt. Instant friendship chat about Predator and aliens for over an hour. That's what we like. Mitch says, it's similar to Fargo in that it takes cues and ideas from the film and remixes them its own way. No Star Dutch says, Alien Earth barely connects to Alien. Now see quotes that Hawley says he might connect it to aliens, which is wild because of how he's already contradicted it so fiercely. Many people would feel the same with Scott's prequels. Well, they did contradict the AVPs, which caused a big hoo-ha. Custy Viper says, Phalanx was the first Aliens book I read right after Infiltrator. I know not many like Infiltrator, but it was my gateway into the EU novels. Yeah, you can never quite underestimate that gateway drug, can you? You know, I'm not a big fan of Infiltrator. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the game tie-ins. Oh, here we go. That's what I'd missed. Gauchula says, I'm in Berkeley's docks right now and just came across a Seekson crate. Yeah, I love that game so much as well. Sometimes it's nice to just go revisit things that you know you love. You know, sometimes I have a little bit of a struggle. It looks like somebody dropped a wrench down into this vent, but I can't reach it with this crate in the way. Can you move the crate at all? Negative, so it's too heavy. I'll leave it for now. Oh, that's why I wasn't. There's a crate there. Nope, balls. Nope. And then there's the motion tracker in there. And to be fair, that is also when the game sort of loses a fair bit of atmosphere. I know we haven't run into any aliens yet, but when we do, it really sort of, the atmosphere peaks a lot. It just loses it when you get the tracker. Sorry, my secondary screen is small, so I'm losing a bit of the chat. Crawling Chaos says, Hawley's Alien Earth makes me think of Frank Miller's Batman, like the artist's name is on it to inform us that it's a different take. They could benefit from being renamed Noah Hawley's Alien. I do think Earth Hive is not the best name in the world, but Xenosaurus says, yeah, and the prequels contradicted the original Alien movies too in its style, as well as changing the space jockeys. I don't think, personal opinion here, but you know, retcons aren't necessarily contradictions. There it is, there's the thing. Or reinterpretations, whatever, but the thing with all that is there's still plenty of fan theory ways to get around it all. You know, and we live in an age where fan theories start to make their way into official media. I'm really fond of the RPG, basically leaning into that idea that the engineers are imitating space jockeys, which is the fan theory I like. Although I do genuinely like the engineers. I do genuinely like the engineers, but I do much prefer this idea that they're just imitators. Good news, to weld open or shut a door, stand next to it and press the weld button on the touchscreen. We have more vents. Mitch says this man is a grenade happy bastard. It's me being unable to remember controls in my old age. Xenosaurian absolutely leans into that fan theory of Charles Wayland is the father of Peter Wayland. Where's the weld button? Where was it? Oh, it was there. There we go. Angel James says, also Aaron, I see where you're coming from with Colony War. The tone short was something. Yeah, that is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Xenosaurian says, that's funny, but can't we apply that to Alien Earth then? Retcons. Well, in what way? You know, there's a difference between contradictions and recontextualizations, which is what the retcons are. Alarin says, I've never heard of that fan theory. I love the engineers. Yeah, that's been floating around for a long time, since Prometheus came out, basically. Yeah, Jalor says, don't really have anybody I can play the RPGs with or the books with, getting just for the lore. Yeah, I would say so. I can't weld this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you can't always take it too seriously. I don't remember getting the motion tracker this early. Mitch says, yeah, the RPG books are fantastic reading material. Damn it, I did it again. There we go. Yeah, agree. Certainly interesting extrapolations of everything. And I'm very much a fan of the barroom canon that the team behind it sort of took on. Because maybe it happened, or it happened in a particular way, the details of which are all foggy, you know, that kind of thing, and I really like that. Caustic Viper says, to me, David 8 is pursuing the perfect creation. The engineers tried and got an outbreak, and David got closer, but the originals were laying. I mean, it's not the same thing, Xenosaurian. Recontextualizations fit a lot better than just straight up contradictions. Of course, you know, there's going to be overlap, but it's like with anything, there's degrees of... Oh, I'm trying to think of the right word here. Degrees of finesse to it. It's not a sledgehammer, black and white, yes or no, right or wrong thing. Jalor says, I enjoyed the Wayland Yutani report, so if it has some stuff like that, would be nice to get them. Yeah, it's similar, I think. It really isn't the same. I can't agree with you at all there. And I think that's more just in your desire to make everything fit. Now the world would be a boring place if we all did agree on everything. As long as we're not dicks about it, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Uh-oh, here we go. Run, whoever you were. Oh, this. Commander, go ahead, Private. Tell me I didn't just imagine that. No, I saw it too. Okay, good. What about the survivor? Are they okay? The survivor ran off. Drop this, a level 2 access keycard. Okay, the signal is moving. Let me pinpoint the location. Are we going to talk about that thing? I'd rather not. I just hope there aren't too many of them. Hold on, I'm receiving reports from Delta and Echo teams. What? No, fuck 6. The other 5 teams are under attack by those creatures too. Listen, Private. I need you to find that life form and get back to the dropship as soon as possible. I'm marking her location on the map. I'll be assisting Delta and Echo to contact me with any further developments. Okay, so we're getting straight up that way. Okay. I thought we got a level... I thought she said we got a level 2. Oh, it's there. Okay. Angel Jamie says the Wayland Yutani report is really fun because it's written from the POV of a post-resurrection where you and they trash talk the Auriga staff and have no idea what happened to that one David android. Yeah, I'm not getting through here, am I? Okay. Yeah, I love that sort of in-universe kind of thing. You know, it's what made the Colonial Marines Tech Manual so fun. And for all its flaws as well, I think wasn't there the Colonial Marines Survivor thing that was in universe as well that was pretty fun. Sorry, I don't do well on these ones on my own, trying to pay attention to the game and look at chat. Richard Roberts says, I think we can all agree that Boy Cavalier's feet are fucking disgusting. Yeah, they were a bit on the dirty side that last episode, weren't they? Okay, so she's up there. Okay. So I assume we're going back. Oh, oh. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Gusty Viper says most human response. We're going to talk about that? Nope. Xenosaurian says the lower screen says touch to adjust map, but for some reason I read tough to adjust map. Yaujalo says the game you're playing reminds me of a memory I have that I'm not sure if it's something my mind made up or not. Does anybody remember a game like this where you'd face some Kenna Panther aliens? You come across gorilla aliens, I think, in this, so not far off the mark. Oh balls, I'm not very good at that, am I? Oh, there we go. Okay. No Stardust says, technically until we get a post-resurrection movie there are no sequels. There's been a couple of post-resurrection books. We've had Sea of Sorrows, The Entire Rage War, Original Sin. I don't think I want to go down there. Original Sin, and I think Civil War's post-resurrection, but I've not read that one yet. Crawling Chaos, talking about hybrids and stuff in the arcade game. Yeah, there's plenty of crazy ones in that. It's awesome. Even the Konami Aliens game is mental, with plenty of random hybrid alien things. Get back. Are you okay, Marine? Hurry, get out of here. It's alright, Devil Dog, we got you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think I know what's happening here. Gusty Viper says, I'd love to see the Razor Claws or Chrysalis Xenos from the AVP arcade game make a return as possible mutations during gestation that work to aid the hive. I think that something like that would be pretty good for, you know, like an RTS. No Stardust says, I know people hate Original Sin, I've never read it, but when I read a summary it sounded interesting. It's been a good long time since I've read Original Sin, but I remember it being a disappointment. You know, like the idea was better than the execution, unfortunately. Piss off. And I really liked Ripley 8 as a character, and I think that's my main issue, is it didn't feel, I didn't think it did anything particularly interesting with her. And it did some crazy wacky stuff with the space jockeys, I think. Because I think that's where the whole Malakak thing came from. And this idea that the space jockeys and Weyland-Yutani had made some deal for the company to provide hosts for them, because they were experimenting with the... Now this is something I love. They were experimenting with the aliens because they couldn't reproduce anymore, and they were sort of obsessed with them. They were obsessed with them because of that. And I love that idea, but it just... it didn't quite hit the mark. Uh-oh. I'm not sure I was prepared for this. Yeah, I was not prepared for that. No, Stardust Space Jockeys did play an important role there. Mitch says this man has no business with the grenades. No, I'm terrible. I can't remember what I've mapped things to in the middle of it. Gusty Viper says, oh, what if they brought back that haunting image from Dr. Church's experience in the hive, where the host was stuck on the ground? I would love to see more sort of mutilation of the heart. Well, not necessarily mutilation, but oh, that's how we do it. There we go. Oh, thank God. I really do not remember running into a queen that early. Survivor did a good job getting there. Golden Chaos says, no one weirds me out. When asked about Alien Earth's timeline in relation to the movie is all over the place. I wonder why. Did the studio tell him to not commit to anything specific? Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird, especially because at one point, you know, they were quite definitive with it. Whatever these things are, I think I just found their mama. Cameron, what's going on? I need a sit rep. The mama bug, not like the others, bigger, smarter. They're Queen Bee. Is it dead? I believe so, sir. I'm not sure. Listen to me very carefully, Corporal. We need to get off this ship and reassess the situation. Delta and Echo teams are reporting casualties and are falling back. Secure the prisoner and get back to the hangar bay ASAP. I'll prepare the Cheyenne for immediate dust-off. We're leaving. Okay. Hey, I did it. 1% health or not, I did it. I always find, I mean, I don't know about you lot out there, but I would rather play the game on the original hardware because I start to struggle with, you know, the controls when I'm playing on a keyboard or something when I'm not meant to. So it sort of feels, I don't know, that feels a bit more awkward for me when I'm trying to do the up and across kind of aiming on here. Listen up, Marines. The secret squirrels beat the tree you brought back and knocked loose a couple of acorns. Seems that the UPP found the Sulaco adrift and sent our friend Eve and some of her commando buddies on board to scrounge up any intel they could. They found the ship's android and downloaded his memory file. These include events relating to the mission to LV-426. Eve also revealed that the UPP have set up a recovery operation on LV-426 to harvest these creatures. We cannot allow that to happen. In response, we are launching a multi-pronged attack on the encampment. Fox 6 will be responsible for disabling their radar and celestial defense weapons prior to main attack. Celestial defense? How awesome is that as a description? Explosive satchel charges will need to be planted on the radar dish, as well as each of the BP-33 AAC guns. Plant the charges, make safe distance, then blow them. Avoid detection if possible, but you are cleared to engage any enemy units you encounter. Once the base is alerted to our presence, it'll be a real S-storm getting out of there, so waste no time. Marines, any questions? JT says, just use an old 360 controller. They work for pretty much anything. Yeah, I should look again at a controller. But then again, I think I tried using the controller, one of my Xbox ones, with this, and I couldn't quite get it to see the things to map. I haven't got a clue. I've been on the hunt with S2 since this situation has begun, and I can't get a clear answer. If anybody knows, they aren't talking. All I can tell you for sure is that they are deadly. If you encounter these creatures again, give them no quarter, men. No quarter. Anything else? What about the Sulaco? What happens to the ship now? At the present, specialised teams of military and contracted workers are boarding the ship to analyse, recover and repair. If there are any survivors, Marines or otherwise, they'll be dealt with. Is that all? Sir, yes sir. You've been chosen because you've proven yourself as hard chargers time and time again. I know you must be shaken up after what you've seen on Sulaco, but I assure you I am looking into everything personally. Good luck, Marines. Semper Fi. So this game was originally intended to be a companion piece to Colonial Marines. So that sort of point was supposed to be like a handover point to the other game. Cameron, I'd like you to take point for this mission. Yes. I still have my original copy of this game on the DS, and I've played through it several times, like I said earlier. Crusty Viper says, oh Aaron, have we heard any news on Isolation 2? If not, that's fine. I'm okay with letting them cook. Yeah, we haven't heard anything, and I really don't expect to hear much for a while, unfortunately. Though we have seen them hiring, they are continuing to hire. Command, this is 6-1. Fox 6 has reached the UPP compound and are awaiting orders over. Great job, Fox 6. Your first order of business should be to get to a nav dat terminal and sync up maps. Oh, this colonel is obsessed with maps. It's because there's nothing. Crawling Chaos says it's odd because the general audience have recently enjoyed Romulus without being confused about when and where. It's because there's nothing to be confused about in it. I think it's, you know, quite clear. slightly off screen. There he is. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, no, I do have grenades. Why are you been? There we go. Oh, balls. Mitch, why did they let me have grenades? Crusty Viper says, I remember when the time between Alien 3 and Resurrection was considered the untouched potential time period. Yeah, well, a lot of the comics were set in there. It was a good period. They really should have stuck with it. Mitch says it's a big ass compound for a secret facility behind enemy lines. Well, they just airdropped it in, I assume. You know, that's the way it all works, isn't it? Come on, Mr. Robot Man, go away. Ah. Oh, oh. Oh. I can hear you. Welcome to the world, Mr. Zeller.
Thank you, thank you. You know those times where you're like, I really need an alarm clock that's more like a fire alarm with actual physical bells on it?
Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think it's time for me to get another one of those.
I think we should hook you up with some electrocution stuff. Like, wrap it round your toe, so...
That might be nice.
Command, I've reached the nav.dat computer and uploaded the map data to my PCS. How copy? Loud and clear. I'm syncing up the map data now. Okay, the map is now online. Proceed with the mission. Southeast of your current location is the first target. A BP-33 Celestial Defense Gun. I fucking love that name. That's got to have come from the tech manual or something. Plant the explosive at the base of it and get the hell out of there. Alright, give me a second, folk.
Yes, hey everybody, I'm alive.
I hadn't even referenced you or slagged you off at all once today.
I appreciate it, but I deserve it. So, I had a long weekend of a film shoot, so I slept in a little today.
Okay.
So you would be right, Mr. Caustic Viper.
Alright, sorry, I was just turning the game audio down there so I could hear Adam a little bit. Sizzy says she can use an ice bucket and an air horn. I mean, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Okay, we are back in. Let's go.
One time, my college roommate woke me up with a microphone. That was fun.
Is fun the right word?
I mean, it was fun for them.
Oh yeah,
they recorded it, so.
I imagine it would be hilarious for everybody else. Right, are you gonna be on reading duties then, so I can? I'm not gonna lie. I find it a struggle trying to read at the same time.
You're playing the old Way Forward game.
Way Forward Technologies.
Man, they really need to re-release this one.
Yeah, it's quite hard to find on the secondary market these days. Which I know is a bit of a disappointment for folk when they go looking for it. Because it's a really good game. You never played this, did you?
A little bit on Sizzy's DS, but not much. Caustic Viper says, my cousin once woke me up with boiling water in the winter. Trust me, it could be worse. That sounds like pretty bad. I hope they just
Is that not abuse? Yeah, is that not abuse or assault? Oops. Alarin says this game is tough. Yeah, it's not the easiest of games. Especially when you're a dumbass like me and always hit the wrong controls. It's down here, isn't it? That's where we're going. Then... So should I be... Should pop back up just to finish? Yeah, let's go finish exploring. Have you still got the... Oh, no, we're not exploring, it's dark. Have you still got the game, Adam? Or has Sizzy still got the game?
Sizzy still got the game. So I technically could play it.
You should give it a go, man.
I should. I've played some other WayForward 2D games. Like, they did one based on that failed Dark Universe launch. It's called The Mummy Demastered, which was actually really good. And I think they did the side-scroller Blood Rain game. Didn't they do that one? Blood Rain Betrayal?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they did do that one.
Okay, so we're not going that way. Was that supposed to be a good one?
It was good. It was good. I did play that one.
Oops.
They did a remaster of Clock Tower, classic survival horror.
They were known for something before this. I can't remember what it was. Oh, oh. I just want some health. I probably shouldn't be down in the depths of the vent system there. Balls.
Oh, I didn't know they did Silent Hill Book of Memories. Game Boy Advance games early on. Anyway, interesting developer. They're still around. They're still doing stuff here and
there. Oh, Aaron. Okay, we're going the other way now. That door's locked.
Caustic Viper says, yes, he was my personal bully growing up. That happened during middle school and had to get checked out at the hospital. Started fighting back till he stopped being a bully. The burns weren't too serious, luckily, but it wasn't pleasant for sure. Jeez, man. That is some not good family love right there.
Nope, that is fucking horrendous. It's what that is. Families are wonderful, aren't they?
Sometimes, man. Thankfully, not. Though I've had some issues, not to the extent of having boiling water thrown out.
Oh, God. Was it this side where there? Yeah, it was there. Okay.
Xenoplays is still trying to get this game to work on my emu deck. Need to double time it.
Emu deck. I've not heard of that. What's an emu deck?
I assume it's based on something else you showed me, Hunter. Something for Steam Deck that does emulations.
Imagine being assigned down into the depths of the alien infestation.
Yep.
Okay, so we are getting a torch. Okay, I guess I know where we're going back to now. I really wanted a Steam Deck, but I never got round to it.
I kind of regret it, honestly, because I think it's a great concept, but I think the specs for the first gen are just not quite there yet.
Did you get the expensive one?
I did, but just because of the storage capacity. I got mine right when they released. I didn't get the OLED one. But the OLED one has pretty much the same specs, so I do wish I would have waited until a second gen, which I think will come out eventually. Because a lot of these other handheld PCs, like I know Lenovo Legion did one, I know Antec did one, their specs are more powerful than the Steam Deck. I mean, the Steam Deck is convenient because it has Steam OS on it.
Mm-hmm. And your Steam library.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about the Microsoft. Oh, piss off. There we are, you bastard. The Xbox One was what I was trying to say.
Sorry, the Xbox One what?
I'm curious about the Xbox One, the handheld.
Oh right, they're doing collaboration with
Nvidia, isn't it?
No, it's Asus. Yeah, the
Okay.
ROG.
Okay, found a weapon upgrade kit. That's all well and good, but how does that help me? Okay, not really. Thanks for joining us, Youcher Law. I'll see you next time. See you on the boards.
Check your DMs when you get a sec.
On where?
Discord.
No, I told you that was an open invite. You don't need to ask.
Alright.
I've not found a key in here. Oh, is there going to be another one upstairs? I wish I could find some health around here. Alarin says, handheld consoles today are slowly becoming massive in size and small in battery. Yeah, I saw that was a bit of a complaint around the Switch 2.
Hello.
Welcome, Hunter. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Currently trying to...
Trying to what?
I was about to say the same thing.
Leave me in suspense, man.
Trying to figure out my microphone.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Yep, I am definitely a handheld person. I like this Steam Deck.
What were you trying to do?
For the Steam Deck or for here in the chat?
Well, you said trying to figure out, and then you cut out.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to install this game currently, actually.
Oh, okay.
Look at this bloke just in the shower. I am so sorry.
I'm a little bit behind since you're not streaming to Discord. Oh, I see him. I see him now.
There you are. Have a towel, mate. Thank you for your elevator card. I'd really love some health, though. I've not been playing this to the best of my abilities.
No, Style, I'm still waking up too. And currently trying to get this game on Emu Deck as well.
You sound very quiet, apparently.
I mean, I can talk if you want me to talk. Hello, everybody.
Just make sure your mic input's at least 80, or if his level's low in Discord, boost it up there.
I turned my mic down, but I can raise it.
Yeah, just keep it on the same level as us. I think me and him both sit at 80, don't we?
Yeah. Richard Roberts asked, does anyone still play AVP Pinball, or is it just me? It's been a while since I played those. I played those a little bit back in the day. I remember they released them on cell phone. I think you can still get them on cell phone. Can you not?
That's what I got them on. Did they come out on PC as well?
Yeah, they came out on Steam. Did they not? I think they were part of Pinball.
For fuck's sake, Aaron.
Pinball FX 2 and then 3. I know Pinball FX keeps releasing like new stuff for their decks.
Yep, it is still available on the iOS store.
Susie Bubble says, bunch of sleepyheads, can I get your slippers for you? Oh man.
Gee, Susie, that'd be nice.
No Style Dutch says, us Americans are tired lately. Yes. Mike's Monsters, the pinball games are on console as well.
I played the hell out of that on the phones as well. But I was also part of the generation that played a lot of, was it called Space Cadet Pinball? On Windows 95?
Oh yeah, that was a classic one. That's like what came with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, should I try the shotgun for a little bit?
Yes. I'm still a little behind. You were just told by your superior officer to go get it. Now you're in the armory.
I am in the armory. Okay, so there was a save state and a health room up here all along. I can't remember if I could not get in there earlier.
It's another game that needs a remaster.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. There's so many good retro games, like, and we're seeing that more and more as retro games get re-released and remastered and do really well. And they haven't really tapped into that with Alien or Predator. There's a few retro ones for that too.
I think it was Aloran that said it earlier, right? But that new retro game looks really great. Like, I hope we see more of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing, like remasters of old games, but also new games that are in a retro style.
I finally found a new Marine, and what the hell is he doing behind enemy lines?
Drinking. Is he brown bagging?
Sergeant J. Hennick. Okay, at least I found another person who slowly fades away. Okay, we're filling up the fire team again.
Wait, was he actually drinking?
No, I don't think so. He was holding his
It
position.
looked like he was holding something. And he was literally at a bar, wasn't he?
I'm not sure there. You'll have to rewind and have a look.
Crawling Chaos says, I so want to see a remake of that old Predator game. It would be so fun. Talking
The
about Concrete Jungle?
Commodore 64 is what he's talking about.
Oh, the very old Predator game. I remember Predator 2 had a few.
Yeah.
I think I told you this, Alan, but I... Oh, you're good. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good. I just downloaded the PSP version of AVP Requiem yesterday, and that has been a blast. Really clunky, though, on a handheld.
That's how it was supposed to be played.
Yeah, I mean, it's... They only had so much to work with in terms of buttons on PSP. And
no second stick.
They had a really rushed development cycle with that game.
Didn't they get like 4-6 weeks or something stupid?
Yeah, something crazy like that. So, for those, specifics, I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, I don't think that the game itself is clunky itself.
Oh, balls.
I remember playing it on the PSP back in the day, and I liked it. I think just playing it on a modern handheld, like a Steam Deck, is still very jarring. But I'm enjoying it once you get the controls down. I remember enjoying it back in the day when it was on PSP, and yeah, after hearing about the development time, it's a fairly fun and enjoyable game. Not my favorite, but I could play it, on the weekends and still have a great time.
Jeez, those aliens messing you up, Aaron.
Yeah, that was not a good moment for me. But I'm gonna have to go deal with this one because I want some health. The shotgun actually, when I had some ammo, did well taking them out.
Xenosaurian asks Adam, have you read Uncivil War? I have not yet.
We've kind of fallen a little behind on the books, though, haven't we?
On the books? Yeah. There's just been so much main media news, I guess. Not that the books aren't main media, but compared to, movies and games.
To be fair, I mean, the recent ones have also had a little bit of a bad reception, which has stopped.
You haven't read it.
No.
Have you?
No. Because of how badly some of the recent stuff's been, it's kind of tapered my enthusiasm. Oh, piss off. Yeah, it sort of really hurt my enthusiasm a lot these days.
We got 2 more this year, right? Perfect Organisms and Cult.
Yeah, both of which I'm really interested in. Because they're both the sort of both the sort of concepts I really like.
Yeah, the Xenos have such great movement in this game.
Oh, the sprite work in this is brilliant. Look at that LV426 background. That is fantastic. Crawling Chaos says, is Alex White writing anything alien these days? Unless they're working on part 2 of Rogue Incursion, not anything we're aware of. And I hope they are working on part 2 of Rogue Incursion. Oh no. As if I got my explosives wet.
Xenosaurian asks, why was there a hardback for Charybdis, but not any of the rest, though? I don't know. Sometimes they just decide.
There has been.
I mean, there's been a few like Phalanx, the Alien 3 one got one.
Bishop, Vasquez. Any that they think will be good sellers, and I think Charybdis came about because of how well regarded Cold Forge was.
Do I sound any better, guys?
Yeah, there you go.
Sound good to us as long as the chat can hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that, chat. I got two different modes of audio here with a physical device and then obviously the system settings. So sorry about that.
Although Aaron, last time when I was streaming, I tweaked the Streamlabs audio settings a bit to boost things higher. And I believe it may be a bit low on your end, so we might want to check that later.
Well, we don't share a Streamlabs thing, remember?
Oh, I still sound pretty quiet, no style?
Hang on, I'm turning up the volume a bit. It was on like 49. I've put it on 60 now. There was also Xenosaurian. There was also a hardback for Alan Dean Foster's original Alien as well, if I remember rightly.
What do you mean we don't Streamlabs, Aaron?
We don't share a Streamlabs, so any changes you make.
Well, that's why I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I tweaked the audio on mine last time because it was too low.
Oh, looks like we got the game working. Both Adam and Hunter are much quieter than Hicks. Mike, I still need to get my coffee, and I'm sure Adam's pretty tired too.
I've turned it up even more. I don't like having it too loud.
Yeah, typically what I find out I have to do is on Streamlabs, I bump up the desktop volume, and I compensate for that by turning down the game volume.
Yeah, I turned the game down quite a lot.
So I am about 3 hours into Rogue Incursion.
Nice.
And I am liking it.
Good.
I realized so far that I am a pansy and I can't handle the jump scares, but you're powering through it and I'm enjoying it. So I'm excited to play the console version later this month, and hopefully all of you are too.
Adam's already finished playing it, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah, I already beat it. But I remember trying the MetaQuest native version.
The cat just shit me up. Yeah. Yes, everybody should be louder. I've increased the volume.
It says Adam's louder now, though. Okay, good.
We can't have prosperity.
Yeah, I played the. Oh, you mean the cat in the game? I thought you
Yeah.
meant your cat actually.
No.
That's funny. What was I saying?
I don't know where I'm supposed to get these explosives from.
Angel James says, I just ordered a box copy of Infestation because I never played it all. Let's just hope that USPS doesn't lose it.
Yeah. They've not had much luck.
This would be an easy game for them to re-release. You know, like EVP Capcom.
I really love AVP Capcom. I've been diving deep into that over the last couple weeks, and it's so much fun. It needs a proper re-release.
Yeah,
it would definitely get the traction that it deserves.
Crawling
I
Chaos...
was talking about. Sorry, go ahead, Aaron.
I was gonna say, Crawling Chaos says, isolation made me realize that I'm a coward.
Yeah, Crawling Chaos. I've realized that every time I play, I am a spray and pray type of guy when they jump out. No aiming involved whatsoever.
I can't have to go back that way, surely.
I feel like I'm kind of desensitized to horror games, and I don't know. By the time I beat Alien Isolation on the highest difficulty, it just felt like I was dancing with the alien. You know, that I had gotten pretty used to it. But
Did you beat it on Nightmare without killing anybody?
not without killing anybody. I got that achievement by playing it on easy or like normal. The one without dying or without killing anybody, I had to get on a lower difficulty. But I did beat it on Nightmare. Some games will still get me though, like, and I do feel like VR, I'm more susceptible to actually feeling fear.
Oh, absolutely. It's an entirely different experience.
Yeah. Maybe that's just because I've played VR games less, or your brain is actually kind of being tricked a little bit, but...
What am I missing, Adam? What am I missing here? I can't want me to go all the way back.
So this is like a Metroidvania kind of game, looks like.
Yeah, that was how it was described.
You got me, man. I was never good at those types.
I mean, I've completed this several times.
Still need to try Isolation on VR.
That is certainly an experience.
I hope the leaker or rumor was true about there being a
An official
VR remaster. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, given everybody doubted him about the sequel announcement on the anniversary date, and he ended up being right about that.
Yeah, but then we've heard nothing else that he's mentioned has come to pass. But it's about time.
Excuse me. Angel James says, I managed to get one of those tacky Capcom home arcades off Amazon. And there's no region lock unless there is if you connect to the internet. So AVP Capcom is a favorite of my free time. Yeah, that was frustrating for me that they re-released that, and only in like European and UK region, I think. That controller they did, and their big exclusive was AVP, and I was hoping like maybe a year later they would re-release it, because they had to have gotten the licensing back with that, you know. Not to mention, if you want to keep it on a home arcade, just do like those arcade 1-up things here. I would buy an arcade 1-up if it was AVP.
Didn't Arcade 1-Up have several Capcom beat-em-ups previously released in the last couple of years? I mean, I remember seeing at least Marvel vs. Capcom, and yeah. I guess the nice thing about having the Steam Deck version of it is you can connect multiple controllers to it and have multiple people play and fight. So that's the one nice thing about the emulation. But yeah, it still misses that tactile feel that you'd get with a machine.
Lone Fox says, hopefully at the Games Awards show in December we'll see something about Cold Iron's new game. Yeah, that's been pretty much Adam's motto for the last year. Maybe at the next award show or next game show.
Maybe at Summer Games Fest. Maybe at Gamescom. Maybe at the Game Awards. It's about time for it to be announced, you know.
Absolutely.
But it's certainly going to make it. It's not going to make its end of 2025 window that the investor group seemed to hint at.
We'll have to see. Okay, we did it. We did it.
No Style Dutch says, by the way, I saw Spinal Tap 2 yesterday. It was pretty bad and unfunny. I walked out. Very disappointed because I love the original. I have never seen the original. I know it's like a music documentary, right?
It's a mockumentary.
Oh, okay. So it's like a... Okay, I gotcha. One of those fake documentaries then.
Yes.
I remember there were some mockumentaries I really liked. One was called Best in Show, You ever saw that one? Which was like about like a pet show.
Can't say I've heard
There's
of
another
Oh.
one called Waiting for Guffman.
I know what you're talking about. I have not seen it, unfortunately. Well, speaking of games, Adam, how'd you feel about Glenn Schofield, creator of Dead Space, talking about wanting to do an Alien game?
Dude, if he did an Alien game, I would lose my mind. I still feel like that guy got screwed with Callisto Protocol. Like, if you listen to that podcast he was on, it seems like if they would have just had another year in the oven with that game, it would have been awesome. But they had to do so many compromises because the publisher got uppity after they had told them, like, oh no, complete creative freedom. They went back on that, you know, because
it's not a bad game at
investors
all.
got antsy.
I got
Callisto
bored.
Protocol has some issues, some repetitive boss fights in the second half. The presentation's incredible, but they had to rush with some things. Combat had some issues, but I heard they fixed a lot of that with subsequent patches. So I do want to go back and play it.
So I played it when it initially released, and I played it 6 months later after they had put out most of the patches. And it runs like night and day. It does still have some quirks about it and repetitive moments. The graphics still look incredible. There was no updates on some of the more intense areas of the game, but the shaders definitely improved on some of the darker areas. So I think it runs great, and I think it's a misunderstood game. I think it's going to get a lot more love in the future when people look back on it, like a Cyberpunk. I'd hope.
Yeah, but it's a shame they shut down that studio after, you know, their first game. It's like, unless something does levels of Fortnite now, it typically just gets shut down because publishers can't see anything beyond the short term, you know? Like, how about we let a developer learn and grow and do better next time? Nope. It's like, unless it, like, wildly exceeded our expectations, we're just going to lay everybody off.
Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about with the Servios guys, isn't it? About actually having the chance to
do another one.
Learn
yeah.
and iterate,
Like,
yeah.
Not everyone gets that these days in the gaming industry, for sure. Yeah.
That's in our unreleased interview with Servios. Which,
Coming out soon. That was a good conversation.
yeah. I've already done my first pass on that, and I'm about a quarter of my way through the final pass.
I saw you release the episode 1 today. I thought that was a really good discussion, even though I was half awake for that one too. But
Isn't that just your constant state?
no. Sometimes if I get enough caffeine in me, I am pretty awake. But I thought it was a good conversation. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize you were so low on the series when I was like, wait, what do you feel about the series overall? And you're like, it's like a 5. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that surprised me as well. I thought you were going to be like a 7.
It's because it's equal measures. That's pretty interesting. And equal measures, ugh. So it's kind of very cancels each other out.
Squip says, my boys. Hello. Alaran says, can't wait for witching season. Oh my goodness, do we have a witching season watcher in here? It always shocks me when people know of my non-AVP Galaxy things going on.
How'd that go,
Thank
by
you.
the way?
Oh, that was a good shoot. It was fun. It was 2 days for one scene, but it was a pretty important scene in the short, so...
Nostalgia says, whatever happened to the Richard Chavez interview? It is still coming. It is just... Scheduling is difficult, guys. And
Well, he's on her monster right now. That's why. Who knows how that's going?
But yeah, it'll happen. His agent and him were very enthusiastic, and they gave me a bunch of shit to give away when we do get to do our interview as well. So there'll be, signed stuff to give away at the same time when we release it.
I was supposed to work with Richard Chavez this month, but that completely and utterly fell through.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's alright. Kind of seemed like we dodged a bullet.
Hopefully not because of Richard.
No, not because of Richard. Definitely not because of Richard.
Okay, we'll not push any further.
No, you're good. It's nothing crazy.
Halloran says,
Scheduling.
Richard is awesome. Got to meet him twice.
Yeah, I've met him once in person, which was awesome.
He seems very loyal to the fan base.
Oh, absolutely. That was mean, game. That was really mean. I'm looking forward to London Film and Comic Con in November. Finally getting to meet in person the super performer from Aliens and Cynthia Scott as well.
The one we interviewed?
Yes, I can't remember his name right now though.
Oh. You make me not feel so guilty for getting names.
Yeah, but how often do I forget these?
I'll find it out.
Oh, this gonna bug me. I can't think of it at all. I can't think of it. I thought I got some.
I know you.
Carl 2.
Call to, yes, that's it. Yeah, he's awesome. Cynthia Scott's going to be there. I've never met her in person. She was one of the first ones we ever got. I ever got to interview on the show as well. So I don't think Adam was on that one.
Gonna get them to sign your poster.
Of course. And Carl to sign one of the cards. Ah,
That
got
card.
face hugger tailed to death there.
That card collection you showed in the newest episode was really cool, Aaron. That made me wish I had done something creative like that when in the cast.
I think only the Patreons got to see that though, didn't they?
No style, I do not have a problem with Richard, I promise you. I've talked to him. He seems like a very nice guy. It's just with the production he was on. That's all I can say. Trust me. No problem with him.
Okay, now that face of chest burster was flying.
Caustic Viper says Callisto Protocol base game was great to me, but DLC killed the story for me. IMO. Oh, that's interesting because the main game ended on a cliffhanger, so I was very curious to finally play the DLC.
I didn't even know they came out with a DLC.
Mm-hmm.
No worries, no style. I got you.
No Style Dutch says, even though I haven't watched episode 5, I have seen the clips of the Xenomorph moving, and people are lying about it being the most man in a suit. Oh, people aren't lying about it being the most man in the suit vibes of the franchise. Also says, I was only joking, Hunter. LOL, I know. Yeah, again, I've been a defender of the Xenomorph and Alien Earth. I like the design. I liked how it was shot in the earlier episodes. In episode 5, I didn't think the effect worked. There was a funny YouTube video where it was Morrow watching the Xenomorph on monitors, and it was like a compilation of all the times where he's like moving in the interpretive dance kind of way, and it had music going on.
No style, if you want to watch Adam throw a chair and desk and just rage, go watch episode 5.
Oh no, I didn't get that mad. I disappointed Eric.
Yeah, I think
Mad.
people are overblowing Adam's
I'm joking.
disappointment there.
I'm very much joking.
Now there's an
I-
expectation.
I'm very much joking, guys. It was he had a normal mental frustration. He had a normal sense of frustration.
I'm sure this is where I came and got.
Apparently not, because we got a lot of pushback for that. We
Oh,
didn't
you
yeah.
were
love it.
fine.
Shut up.
You were fine.
Just enjoy and appreciate new shit, regardless of its quality.
I saw Perfect Organism put out like a message that was pretty much the exact same thing you said, Aaron, which is like, if we like it, we're Disney shills. If we hate it, we're nitpicky fans.
Yeah, I saw their video and I commented on it. I was like, funny, we just had that conversation.
So which one are we? Are we the shills or the super fans?
Well, it's like I told you. Well, it's like I joked at the beginning of this last episode. It depends if the check from Disney's cleared or not.
Oh, your guys' check's clear?
Well, you'll have to listen to the episode to find out. Don't piss off.
Looks like Ridgetop put the link to the episode in the chat.
No, that's the dancing alien video that I got a chuckle out of.
Go watch that one too, guys. Oh, the memes for episode 5 have been great though.
I'm sure I picked up this satchel. I'm sure I saw a dialogue about it. Why is it being a deck? It says I don't have any there, yeah. Oh no, no, leave me alone!
Quip says, Aaron, has my check cleared yet for you to review AVP Rift War?
You know, I want to read that, Aaron, so we should just do that.
we are going to read them all at some point.
I've heard some good things. It seemed like you were just turned off because they were using the Yacha terminology.
No, it was just the first 2 chapters were shit.
I do find it interesting that since Disney took over, there have really not been a lot of AVP projects published, and I have to wonder if they were already kind of in the works, but they were under a slightly different branding of Aliens versus Predators. And we had that with Ultimate Prey and Rift War. And so it makes me wonder if, like, I don't know, I remember when Steve Aspel was asked about it, he's like, it wouldn't be called AVP, but I'm like, would it not be? Like, you wouldn't want that branding? Maybe he just means initially, like, the first appearance of it wouldn't be AVP. Oh, those are some cool looking robots.
They are the UPP combat synths.
They're clankers.
Is there a piece of AVP media, such as the books, that you both feel you want to revisit and give another chance to?
Another chance.
So it has to be one that we didn't like then.
Yes, something that you did not like and you'd like to revisit and you've been wanting to give another chance.
What do you think, Aaron?
I mean, I'm willing to give Enemy of My Enemy another read, because that was another one that was just sort of like middle of the road for me.
Yeah, but that's not AVP. Are we specifically talking AVP?
Oh, it could be either. It could be.
Oh, it's anything?
Together.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Oh, I feel like this is bugged. I'm sure it told me I picked that up. Hang on, I'm going to reload.
The joys of emulation. Is clanker considered a slur now?
Well, it wasn't Star Wars.
I
It's
just
a Star
remember that
Wars
from
thing, wasn't
Star
it?
Wars.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
it's
it
Star
has
Wars.
become an anti-AI slur.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Oh, I hope this actually
Good to
saved.
know.
There we go. Okay.
Well, apologies to any AI that might be listening.
Right. Where were we? That put me back quite a bit,
Classic.
actually.
Caustic Fiber says, yeah, I read Rift War and justify your disdain for it. LOL.
But it's, you know, I haven't. I only got like 2 chapters into it. Oh, you. I only got like 2 chapters into it, and I was like, this is fucking awful.
I remember we tried to revisit it a couple we didn't like Forever. Well, ones maybe I did like, but I was like, yeah, you're right, that wasn't that good. Like Forever Midnight and Hunter's Planet.
You know what? We absolutely need to do the DH Press ones. I'm listening at the minute to once I realised I'd missed most of Crew Expendables podcasts this year. I've been listening to their review of Steel Egg over the weekend, and I'm like, yeah, we need to also get on these at some point. The DH Press ones are just classics.
There's still a couple I've never read, like Criminal Enterprise or.
That was the good
or
one.
Stealing.
Oh, that was one of the better ones, should I say? I didn't love that, but it was certainly one of the stronger entries.
I didn't read Cauldron either. The only 2 I read were Original Sin and DNA War.
Cauldron was okay.
Squip says, have y'all done an episode on South China Sea yet? We have not. That is the only DH Press Predator book I have not read at this point.
I love that book so much. It's so good. Oh, I've messed this up, some chronic.
No Style Dutch says, I have a hard time listening to any alien podcast that isn't AVP Galaxy. It's just the perfect podcast. The chemistry is perfect. And I'm not just saying that. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You should go type that up on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please do. It's funny.
Spotify.
It's funny. Chevy actively dislikes other options. Bless him. I'm always like, go and just give them another go, mate. You're good. All the alien voices are cool.
No Style, you're a real fan. Thank you. Al Ren says, yeah, I also just listen to you guys too, and a few film pundits.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you and No Style, I always see you. I was gonna say, No Style and Al Ren, I always see you two, always commenting. So you two are definitely hardcore followers.
Yeah. To all our regulars who always join us on Sunday here, it's always great chatting with you, and we appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be able to do it every week if I was just talking to myself.
We got a good little crowd today too, 32 people. So
Ah.
That's awesome. Thank you guys.
Ah, no. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Sorry. There's another restart coming in here.
No Style Dutch says, I tried PO, doesn't do it for me. The lead rubs me the wrong way. I like Jamie. I listen to Perfect Organism. I think they do a really good podcast, and I have to respect what they've done. I mean, there was a day we were the biggest alien podcast in town, and it's not the case these days.
It is not.
You guys were the first.
The OG. Eric put it kind of nicely, I thought. He said Perfect Organism is like the wine lounge, and we're like the old family pub.
I like the old family pub.
Did you have to reload again, Aaron?
Yeah, I got fucked. And it was not pleasant.
Schwib says, this is my friend. Schwib says, this is my first time on here. Never heard of you guys before. Well, welcome in, Schwib.
He's lying.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He's been here plenty. Don't believe him.
Okay.
Lies. They're just
Schwib, you got me.
they're just after the new those discounts and deals that the new customers get. No, Mitch says you guys definitely have the good vibe. The best vibe.
Everybody just trying to make us feel good today.
It's nice. I'm so used to being told I'm a shill and not a real fan.
Ellerin says, I've been a long-time lurker, but since meeting Adam, I've engaged a lot more. Oh, thank you. Yes, it was great to meet you at San Diego Comic-Con. It's always that place. I keep telling Aaron, it's like, you do not understand how crazy it is. So one of these days, you need to come out there and
Look,
see it, Aaron.
when we've got enough money saved up, maybe I'll treat myself.
I feel like for Hunter, it was a real kind of trial by fire situation.
Yeah, I think San Diego Comic-Con. I know a lot of people had. I know that you and Mike had some disdain about certain aspects, but I think for my first Comic-Con, I mean, truly, guys, it was like, one, I got to hang out with you guys before I joined the staff, everybody, and two, it was like, this is the first Comic-Con that has both Alien and Predator franchises going on, so it was a lot. But I mean, I've said this before, but it was probably one of the best weeks of my life. Truly, I had such a blast.
It was a fun time. As wild and stressful as it was a fun time, and we actually did spend quite a bit of time with the Perfect Organism guys there, and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, Jamie and Patrick were really great to talk to, and it was interesting to hear all of our thoughts and a bottle situation about the Alien Earth premiere that we had seen at the time, and I think we all had some pretty interesting opinions going on. So they're great guys. I love talking with them, and Patrick's such a nice guy too, and we talked guitars, so not a bad experience.
Yeah, we talked running shoes. Squip brings up something about a particular YouTuber that we will get into, but
we don't talk about
he
him
did
anymore.
He did seemingly become one of those YouTube channels that were all the rage for a little bit.
It is very disappointing to me because it makes me not want to collaborate with people.
You're just more wary.
Well, I've been super hesitant about a lot of making too many online friends things on pretty much every front, because I've had my issues with weirdo stalkers and certain collabby people then prove to be huge liabilities. It makes me really hesitant about any collaborations or getting too close to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, the internet teaches you to be a little cautious, but at the same time, you can't be too cautious. I mean, I met Hunter because he was a fan of the site, and look at us now. We're friends, and he's on the team. Same with Sissy Bubbles, my romantic partner. I met her on the site. So
that's the beautiful thing about the internet, people. It has its caveats, but it has really beautiful things about it.
Maybe I've just had more bad experiences, Somebody trying to groom me, had multiple stalkers.
I've had a couple weirdos. I mean, you're the popular one, so you get probably the brunt of that. But I have experienced it once or twice for sure.
Okay, now I am absolutely fucking certain I'm going to save the state here. I'm absolutely
most people
certain
are just...
that I got satchels up this fucking ladder earlier. But no, it's not there.
The vast majority of people I've talked to are just, normal, cool fans like we try to be.
Oh, it was an upgrade pack.
Crazies. What's up?
Yeah.
Also, who says I'm normal? I'm kind of crazy. So.
Okay, so it wasn't up there. So I must have missed some sort of vent or something.
Alarin says, I wish I got to meet Aaron. Yeah, that was something when I got to meet Aaron for the first time, and I was like, I talk with this person all the time, and we're friends, but we've never met in person. We just don't like each other.
And it got there, and he was like, so this is the prick that's always giving me shit.
But it was a great time. Also met up with Eric and Lee from our boards, and Jack another staff member, and we all just had a fantastic time. So can't wait for the next time I go to the UK, and I keep on bugging Aaron about making it out to the States. As dystopian as it is these days, there's still some nice things to do here.
I'm not coming to the States anytime soon. I promise you that. I'll get fucking arrested. As a filthy foreigner. So it's gonna have to be down here somehow, surely. I couldn't jump it though, could I? I did end up meeting somebody at a Liverpool Comic Con, which was nice. I met a couple of people at Liverpool Comic Con actually. And I plan on, like I said, being at London Film and Comic Con in November, and I'm going to be at MCM now. How the fuck do I get up there?
No Style Dutch says, I'd like to be on the podcast one day, but I can't guarantee I won't be a liability. Alarin says Aaron needs to come to SDCC when AVP starts getting some steam. That's right. That's when you're gonna make it out here.
Schwip. That's good.
Cloudburst says Chevy Hicks and I had a lovely date at the cinema together.
Yeah, I met Sarah.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like Sarah's a community member who we've had on the podcast. It's not something.
I say I'm super hesitant, but I have actually met quite a few folk recently.
Yeah. No, honestly, again, Aaron, like, you always remember the bad over the good, right?
Oh, yeah,
the vast majority of our interactions with people who, are fellow fans and like what we do with the site and stuff are just fine to great interactions. And, I've become friends with some people from those interactions, so.
That's why I think we all hold AVP at a little bit more of a sacred place in our hearts, because it has made those thorough connections with other people.
Oh yeah, like Aaron and I became friends. Like the start of it was AVP 2, but it really happened with AVP 2010 because we were just playing that all the time together.
And I have absolutely no memory of playing AVP 2 with you as well, which makes me fucking giggle.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's when it started where we could like recognize each other coming on, but we weren't really like friends until like AVP 2010.
No! Go away! There's got to be a way for me to get up here.
Sarah says
Cloudburst
she'll be at the
says... Oh, yeah.
go
You go
ahead.
ahead. You do it.
Oh. I was like, Sarah says that she'll probably be at the Comic-Con in November too. Let's grab a beer if we're there at the same day.
Yeah, go for it. I think there's a chap on Twitter as well that was planning on being at both, I think. James, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I really want to go hang out with you British folk again.
You just liked that pub I took you to.
That was a great pub, man. I have it saved on my Yelp, but it's in the middle of London. I think it's pretty close to Leicester Square.
You know what? I
And
genuinely do not
mostly
remember where it
underground.
was. I do not remember where it was.
If you search pub in London with a tree in the middle of it, it'll come up, I think. Because it was
Aloran,
mostly underground.
Aloran, I believe our member still collating still hosts match for AV. He still hosts matches for AV 2010 all the time on Steam. So if you're on Steam, he is playing in certain matches. Keep an eye out for that. I would love to visit the UK.
No, I'm not doing very well here.
Waxy O'Connor's. That's the pub. That is the official AVP Galaxy London pub now.
Oh, you know what?
What's it called?
I think I've had enough here. I'm lost. And then before we go, Adam and Hunter, actually, we have the quiz from that we didn't do.
Oh, should we just do it now? Quiz time?
Yes.
Oh no, not
okay.
ready for this.
Now I've briefly glimpsed at the questions, and I think the first one was the hardest one.
Oh no.
Real quick, yeah, Sarah's familiar with that pub. She says, Waxy O'Connor's. That is a great pub. Yeah, I remember walking in there. I was like, wow.
Oh God, yeah. There's no fucking chance on this one, surely. Okay, Greg, I think this one's a bit too much, mate. The other two looked okay, but this first one.
Oh no.
Welcome back to Netherland, our prime. To be fair, he scratched these together before we recorded. It's just this first one I think is a bit welcome back to Netherland, our prime billion-dollar hybrids. As property of Prodigy Corporation, we need to check if your mental faculties are deteriorating or still in order after a number of memory erasures. After enough of them, the software starts deleting unintended files as well. A necessary sacrifice for your mental health. So let's check if we haven't deleted anything we're not supposed to, shall we? Boy Cavalier commonly remarks how he's making trillions and is known for being the youngest trillionaire. We don't know what currency is being used and what the inflation rate was during the last 95 years of their history. But if we presume for this thought experiment that they're still using the equivalent of the US dollar and that the next 95 years of inflation is the same the last 95 years, an average of about 3%, what would $1 trillion USD in 2120 be worth in 2025, approximately, by your guesses?
You're giving me a math problem?
Yeah, I feel like we should skip this one. Are you guys happy to skip this one?
First of all, like, why would New Siam be using USD? And second of all, with the Alien Earth series, I don't think you can think about anything logical too deeply.
Okay.
I'm not gonna answer it, but I think it's somewhere in the billion. Am I correct there at least?
You know what? Let's have a look. 60 billion.
Okay.
Yeah, that was too. That was like no. What? Yeah. Greg, I'm sorry, I don't approve of that one. These next two look fine though. Kirsch clearly states that FTL is yet to be invented, probably explaining why the Maginot took 65 years for their journey. If Hermit was still groggy from his surgery, or just hadn't ever been to space, he might not be able to see through the lies. of a synthetic. Since in Alien, the Nostromo is going at several times the speed of light for at least most of its journey. When the Nostromo crew woke up at Zeta 2 Reticuli, how long was left of their journey back to Earth, according to Lambert? A. 6 months. B. 9 months. C. 10 months. Or D. 11 months. Remember, you have Notepad on your computer before you start whining at me about writing things down.
I'm writing it down.
You good?
I think it was.
We're
We're gonna go afterward. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forget. We do it all at the end.
Question number 3, the final question. Kirsch states to Hermit that Wendy killed an adult male xenomorph, probably because of the erroneous past use of the term drone. Because, no, not because. I don't know how to pronounce that. What's the word to do with? How do you pronounce the word to do with insects? EU social. Is how it.
I don't know.
Okay. In EU social species, the male do nothing but fertilize the queen. Ignoring the fact that these creatures don't have to conform to our terrestrial norms, if a real scientist was making an assumption of what caste this creature is in an EU hierarchy, what term would they most likely use? Would it be a worker, a soldier, a major, or a super major? I'm fairly sure it's that. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, second question then. How long was left of the Nostromo's journey back to Earth? Adam.
You want to go?
Is it C, 9 months?
No. C was 10 months. B was 9 months.
Oh, 10 months. That's what I mean.
B
C,
was
10
9
months.
Okay, so you're all going 10 months. Hunter?
Yes.
Was B 9 months?
I'm going C 10 months. And it was...
Okay, C 10 months.
It was
10 months.
C 10 months. Question 3. What actual ant B term would be used for a male alien?
Just a worker, right?
That is what I also got. Hunter?
Yeah, I got a worker as well.
Yes. The answer is A. Oh, no, hang on. Greg wrote us little bits here. So the answer for the previous one, C 10 months, meaning that the Nostromo can go at least 47 times the speed of light, since we actually know the distance to Zeta 2 Reticuli, which is 32 point something light years, if I remember correctly. So for the worker one, the answer is A for workers are always the most numerous, and only some EU social species have soldiers, which can also be called a major, interchangeably, and the rarest super major castes. Most individuals in such groupings are always females.
Nostal Dutch says, "What happened to the fun trivia question?"
to be fair, only that first one was a bit. The other two were on point. Am I wrong?
Oh, man. You're not wrong.
There you go.
But we should do I don't know, like I've done a few of those like geeks who drinks trivia nights or whatever. That might be fun to plan, where it's just a trivia live stream.
Well, we're going to do one at the end of the year.
Oh, okay. So that'll be just like open to everybody trivia live stream, and we'll have giveaways and stuff, right?
I think it'll be Patreons, and then we'll release it as a episode of something.
Okay.
Which is your cue, everybody. If you're not a Patreon, check out the Patreon. Watch us drink and answer Q&A.
Yeah, actually,
yes.
That will be a copious amounts of alcohol episode, I think. I ended up watching it was like a Halo quiz show on YouTube the other day, and I was like, this is pretty funny actually. Like, one of the categories was his mum, and what he'd done was he described certain characters or creatures or designs to his mum, and his mum had drawn them, and then the guests had to guess what they were. based on his mum's drawings, which was funny. It was just one of the categories. It was interesting. I think we can do some. I think we can do some fun stuff with the quiz show, and I'm very curious. But I think that's it.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this until I got up there.
Well, when I messaged you and you hadn't responded with 5 minutes to go, I was like, okay, I guess I'll do something on my
I do have a new alarm clock in my Amazon shopping cart, so that will be used.
No, that's fine.
But yes, thank you for joining us, and you can always catch us on our website, avbgalaxy.net. All the major socials: Facebook, X, Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, and now thanks to Mr. Hunter, TikTok. Find us there if you feel so inclined. If that is your wheelhouse these days.
I've just posted the review episode for episode 6 of Alien Earth, so that's something to listen to on the way to work tomorrow if you haven't yet. I am just also putting the final touches on my first draft of the script to screen Alien Romulus article, which will go up along with the drop of the 2 scripts that I have. If you're on Patreon, you will get an early view of that article, and then I will start working on a video for it as well. So some new stuff coming. We recorded an interview with Servios that should hopefully be out by the end of the month in time for the release of the Evolved Edition. I need to pop a early listen of that on for the Patrons as well. We have recorded a Aliens vs Avengers review episode, and we are also recording Alien Paradiso episode at the end of the week as well. That'll be patrons will be able to listen to that live, and we've got a bunch of stuff planned, so all good, all still busy, and yeah, thank you everybody for joining, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Yep.